The top 5 myths when it comes to talking to women in real life. No dating app advice. All right? I've already written down the top 5 myths, and we're just gonna go through them one by one, and I'm gonna fucking destroy them so you can feel a lot more confident, a lot more at ease when it comes to talking to women in real life so you can find a genuine relationship. Okay? All right. Excuse number 1. It is not socially acceptable. It's not socially acceptable, Payam, to talk to women in real life. Oh my God. With all of these beliefs, what I want you to do is 2 things. Number 1, I want you to ask yourself, how do I know this to be true? How do I know this belief that I have? How do I know this to be objectively true? Okay? That's part 1. Part 2, and more importantly, where the hell did this belief come from? How did it enter your brain? Think about it. You have to assess and audit every single beliefs because many of them came from your parents, your culture, your experiences, even if they were 1 or 2, maybe Reddit, maybe Quora. So you need to assess every single belief and ask, how do I know this to be true? And where did I get it from? More often than not, most excuses, myths, reasons for not taking action are usually related to a very strange reasoning, and it's not objective. In other words, there's no data backing it up. That's what you need to assess. Okay, so first off, society doesn't want you to talk to women. What are you talking about? Are you talking about a Reddit post? Are you talking about a news clip that you saw? Are you talking about you overheard some women at a coffee shop and they're like, oh yeah, oh my God, we don't want to be talked to. You cannot take 1 or 2 data points and assume all of society thinks this way. My friend, prior to 1995, that's right, prior to 1995, prior to the internet, how the fuck do you think men and women met each other? Go ahead, you tell me. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, I do know. They met in the fucking real world, dude. There was no internet. There was no Match.com, Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, all this nonsense. They met because one person conveyed the desire to get to know another person. What's wrong with that? So I don't want to hear this nonsense about society not accepting it. My friend, this is childish mentality, okay? Don't think that way. And if you think that, oh yeah, well, society has evolved, blah, 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 that's not even true. We just hit 2025. The year just started. Do me a favor. When you're done watching this video, Google dating app exhaustion. And I want you to see how many women are tired of using dating apps. They want to be approached. Of course, there could be 1 or 2 here and there that don't like it. But if you approach with kindness and respect and dignity, you'll be fine. Whether they react bad or not, that's on them. That's not on you, okay? All right, number 2. Women hate it. In other words, all women don't want to be approached. Whenever you generalize like this by saying men hate it, women hate it, you need to be very, very careful with that language, right? Because what you're doing is you're saying an entire species, an entire gender thinks this one way. Buddy, you might have... Forget about this topic. You should be going and gambling because you're a mind reader. You're a mind reader. You're able to predict the future. No. Again, you're relying on 1 or 2 data points. You're relying on 1 or 2 potentially bad experiences you may have had, 1 or 2 blog posts, and now you're generalizing. Okay, it's like saying this. Okay, so I'm Iranian. Okay, it's like saying last week I met an Iranian guy and he was really funny. Therefore, all Iranians must be funny. How fucking retarded is that mindset? How silly is that mindset to think that way? Well, you're not far off, my friend. If you think that all women think a certain way because 1 or 2 told you, You're thinking that's your framework. And it's just childish, man. It's just childish, okay? You need to challenge your beliefs. Again, how do I know this to be true? And where did this belief come from? You need to ask, you need to assess, you need to challenge, and that's going to be the stepping stone. That's going to help you overcome some of these core beliefs so that you can take action. But it all begins with you having the realization that some of these beliefs were planted in your brain and you believe them without even knowing why you believe them. Okay? Number 3. I need the perfect line. In other words, if you don't have the perfect opening line, can't take action. Some of you think there's this magic line that automatically you say it to any woman and they will just find you tantalizing and attractive as hell. There is no line. I'm sorry to break it to you, okay? There is no line. There's no line, all right? If you think that you need the perfect words to get a woman to be into you, in other words, you're almost looking for manipulation advice. I don't like to provide any manipulation advice. My style is direct, honest, and kind. That's what works. That's timeless advice, and that'll work in any era, okay? So when you say you need the perfect line, why do you think that? Again, why do you think that? That doesn't even make sense. No, you don't need it. And by the way, if you're not sure how to start conversations, check out my free framework. You can go to startconvos.com. Once again, startconvos.com. Or you can visit the link in the description of this video. And I will show you how to start any conversation with anyone without relying on this perfect line. Because that's a myth. There's no such thing. You will have to learn to be adaptable to your situation. You have to become flexible with different personalities, different environments. Maybe music's playing in the background, maybe music's not playing in the background. And the only way to become excellent at this skill is to put yourself in these environments physically. You can watch these videos all day long. We could talk about this for 17 hours. You can read books, whatever. You can do everything. None of that's going to prepare you for the nervous system, your nervous system, going through its growth phase. My guess is most of you, when you want to talk to a woman, have 100 thoughts in your mind. Maybe your palms are sweaty. Maybe you're feeling incredibly nervous that you have the words in your brain that you want to say, but they just don't come out. They're stuck. You have severe hesitation, right? You have all of these things. The only way to get stronger with that is you have to put yourself in these situations little by little. Once you do that, you'll see that there is no perfect line. There is no magic sauce. There is no amazing thing you need to say. You just need to learn how to be flexible. And that is a skill. But once you master that skill, it goes beyond dating. It crosses over into your professional life too. Okay? All right. That was myth number 3. Myth number 4. Can you see it? Yep. Must be funny. You must be funny in order to talk to women in real life. Look, I'm not going to deny it. If you have a sense of humor, which can be worked on, by the way, if you have a sense of humor, that can give you some edge. I'm not going to deny that, okay? But more importantly, you know what matters more than sense of humor? Authenticity. Authenticity is very, very hot right now. We live in a very strange time where we don't even know what's real, what's not real. AI, people posting photos that are filtered 3,000 times. So for you to go and meet somebody and say, hey, I saw you when you came into this party a few minutes ago, and I gotta be honest, you're really attractive, and I just had to come and introduce myself. How you doing? To do something like that, to be that calm, poised, charismatic, and just speak your truth, that is rare. Funny? Sure, that helps. Authenticity matters more. Finally, the last one. You need to look, can you guys see? I don't know what I'm doing with this thing. Okay, you need to look like a model, okay? So I made a recent video on this called Any Man Can Be an 8 out of 10. I suggest you watch it. I'll put a link in the description to watch that video because I pretty much attack the subject of looks in that video. But just to give you a quick summary, you need to be presentable. You don't need to look like a model. You just need to look like you care about yourself. Nobody wants to date somebody if they can't take care of themselves. Think about it from a logic standpoint, from her point of view. If this guy can't take care of himself, how the hell is he gonna take care of me, right? If you look sloppy, if you're not taking care of your fitness, your physique, your health, overall, how you present yourself, the way you articulate yourself, she's gonna be like, this guy doesn't seem like he's ready yet, because you cannot have a successful relationship unless you are happy with yourself and unless you take care of yourself. Think about it. It's just impossible. So to think that you need to look like something in order to signal your interest is just, again, it's a myth. Like number 4, does it help if you look attractive? Of course. Of course. But there's still a lot you can do within your control, within your power. Okay? I really suggest that if you feel like this is a big struggle for you, you watch my other video, Any Man Can Be an 8 out of 10. Because I'll tell you exactly why, with logic, you can be an 8. There's no games here. I don't provide any game advice like that. Okay? So you gotta know, yes, looks matter, sense of humor matters, for sure. But how you speak, what you say, and how you carry yourself, looking like a model doesn't mean anything, okay? Again, there are certain things that are outside of your control. Don't focus on things that are outside of your control. Focus on what you can control. Your thoughts and your actions. That's it. Actions. Take care of myself. Take care of how I articulate myself. Take care of how I approach others. Thoughts. Okay, well, sure, I'm not a fucking 11 out of 10. That's okay. I'll do X, Y, Z to get myself to an 8 out of 10, and I'm fine, and I'm solid. That's all that matters, okay? By the way, if you enjoyed watching this video, do me a favor, hit subscribe, like it, comment if you have any questions or if there's a myth that you're dealing with that I didn't cover, let me know. I will personally reply. Once again, if you want to learn how to start conversations with women, check out startconvos.com. And if you want to take things to the next level, you are ready to learn how to approach women respectfully in a kind way, you can check out my course. It's called Anxiety Free Approach. I'll put a link in the description to that course as well. And in 28 days, I guarantee you, I can take you from inexperienced, having never done this ever in your life before, to starting a conversation with anyone without approach anxiety. It's called Anxiety Free Approach. Check it out. Let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, thanks again for watching, guys. You guys take care. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.